times do we have all or nothing thinking? I have really been thinking a lot about this in the past few, days and weeks and months, and just things that come up make me think more and more about this. And like, how did we get here? And how is this really hurting us to have these black and white views around certain things? And so I thought it would be fun to do a little series of all or nothing thinking and talk about different topics where I see it really backfire with people. And so the first topic that I want to talk about is prometabolic. And by that, I mean eating to support your metabolism and weight gain. I think this is a topic I know that I hear a lot about from clients that I'm kind of walking the journey with, and also hear others talk that, on Instagram, in circles that I'm in, that it's an issue for a lot of people. And do the thought of, do I necessarily have to gain weight if I'm going to switch over to a pro-metabolic style of eating? And the answer to that is no, you don't have to. But a lot of times from other types of black and white thinking, from, diet culture and, previous things and ways that we have made these habits, we're actually under eating. So the fact that we really did need to put on a little weight to be healthy is a thing too. So I want to preface this by saying there is no one size fits all. Like, that's the beauty of the way God made us. We're all different and we're all individual. And so it's so important to look at things from a different view of this black and white way of thinking, and really, I believe, to pray about things and seek discernment from the Holy Spirit of, just how we should approach this topic, or really anything, right? We should be praying about everything. That's what the Bible tells us. So I truly believe that this is another example of that. But I do think that having this very, restricted, and this, these are good foods and these are bad foods, have really set us up to not do well with diets. And pro-metabolic isn't really, you've heard it said pro-metabolic diet, but it's really not a diet. It's simply a way of eating to support your metabolic health. And so whenever you might see the word diet, you're like, oh, I just need a list of things I can and can't eat. And even with clients, I try to tell them, eat more of this, eat more of these types of foods that have these different vitamins and minerals that you might be missing. And try to just leave it at that versus giving them a strict list of do and don't eat foods. However, you can still go overboard with good foods. And I think this is a really good example of it because, say, for instance, you haven't been eating a lot of dairy. This is something that I see a lot in my clients. And dairy has a lot of great vitamins in it. It's really, really good to support our metabolism. And so I try to, if they're ready for it, I try to say, start incorporating a little bit of dairy into, your daily meals. And just with, the way that they're thinking, it's like, I'm going to go all in on dairy and eat like all the dairy because, Carrie said it was good. And the fact of the matter is, if you go from eating, maybe even under eating foods that didn't have a lot of maybe fat in them, didn't have a lot of these types of vitamins, and then you go to eating a lot of it, it's not that this is necessarily the food is bad, it's the quantity of it. And it also is the fact that your body is not equipped, your metabolism has not caught up to really getting, taking all of this carbohydrates and fat in and making energy out of it. Your metabolism just hasn't caught up to that yet. And so I think that likely a lot of people are eating a little too much calories for their current metabolism and activity level. And so that's why it really is important to track your food. I know it's not fun. Nobody likes to do that. And I know sometimes you have to take each individual person, and take, that's why I love working with people one-on-one, is I can know their background. And if their background is in eating disorder or anything such as that, and there's really a fear around like tracking what they eat, maybe it's not for you. But in other cases, it really is good to track what you eat, because the thing is, you need to know like how many calories is good for me right now. Not that that won't increase over time, but it really does depend on where you're at in your metabolic journey, and also your activity level, and how much your activity you're getting in a day. So I think that it is this black and white thinking, all or nothing thinking, that can make people gain weight really rapidly when they do start transitioning over to more of a supportive eating to support their metabolism. And in that way, I think that you just have to take these things into account, because it can be really frustrating. Like, you're telling me to eat these foods, but yet I'm gaining this weight really quickly. That's just one instance. Or, there's others, but that's the one that I've seen the most is the weight gain, and how much is too much and too fast and all of that. And every single person is different. And so I think we have to take it individually. And, this might be an area that you need help in. I always really like to help my clients figure out what's best for them, because I can't tell them. I can say this is the range, but if you're gaining weight really fast, then hey, we might need to cut back on this in this way, right? We go back and forth and we make a plan that works for them. However, if you're trying to figure all this out by yourself, it might be a little bit too confusing for you, and you might be getting really frustrated. So just pray, do I need to have somebody to help me in this journey and try to figure out what is best for me, so that I can move forward in a really good way and build back up my metabolism so that I can eat these foods. And I'm sure there's probably other issues surrounding this as well that would benefit from you getting a little bit more of an individualized support from a practitioner to just help your journey be just a little bit more smooth and less overwhelming, right? So I just wanted to bring up this, and I'm really excited about this series to kind of dig into a few of the all or nothing areas that I feel are really detrimental if we do fall into that thinking around them. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Let me know. Send me an email, comment below, find me on Instagram. I would love to continue this conversation with you guys. To me, this is a conversation starter. I love conversations. So please come and find me, and let's talk. Having this all or nothing thinking might not be serving you, especially when it comes to this pro-metabolic way of approaching your eating habits, eating different foods. And if you need specific help in this, or really in your health in general, I would love to see if it's a good fit if we work together. And so the best place to go to see that is just my website. It's my name, carriecoody.com/work with me. And that way you can see all the different ways we can work together. And again, let me know your questions. Let me know your thoughts. I would love that. And I will see you on the next video.